Hey everyone, Julian here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to master a track with just Ableton effects. So, I get a lot of questions about this. A lot of people want to know about mastering, and you really can just do it with the Ableton stuff. So I figured I'd show you how to do that, and yeah, let's dive in. So, I have this track in front of me. It's something that I've been working on. You can hear it real quick. So those of you that watch my stream may recognize that one. But yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little bit of saturation on here. So I like to put a little bit of saturation on my master, just a very slight amount. And I'm going to show you why. You don't want to go too hard with it in a second. But I'm just going to hit play here, and you can kind of hear what's going on as I start turning this up. So you can see when I start turning this drive up too much, it's a little too much, but when you just keep it like maybe there, it's really nice. So here is with it, and then without it, with it again. You can hear it just really helps beef things up. What this is doing, what saturation does really in general, is it adds high harmonics on top, or higher harmonics on top of your sound. So what this essentially does is, like I said, it just beefs it up. It makes it sound nicer and thicker and warmer. And yeah, I think it's just a nice thing to do on the master. So the next thing I'll typically do after that is usually put a little bit of EQ on. And I just like to watch this spectrum thing go. I know I could just get a spectrum analyzer to do this, but I'm going to use this one real quick. But yeah, I just like to look at this, and you can kind of see. Okay, so you can see, like, there's not a whole lot going on in the very high end there. So we'll boost that up a little bit. And same thing with the low end. You can see that was a little bit flat, so. There we go. We have that. So the next thing I'm going to get here, and this is the only non-Ableton thing I'm going to be using for this tutorial, is an imager, like a stereo imager. So I'm going to be using the Ozone imager. You can use any one that you want. But I'm going to explain why we want to use this. So if I solo the low end here, you can see the low end is not really completely mono. Like you can see it's moving around there. Completely mono would be just a line down the center. And we really don't want this. You know, you want your really low end, especially in a really clubby track like this, to be mono, because that's how it's going to be the most powerful and the hardest hitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the band 1 width all the way down. And you can hear already the track is a lot cleaner. Now, if we solo this band, we can turn that down a little bit as well. I don't like to make that one, too mono, but it does help to turn it down. And then on these two high ones, I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Like, you can really make these as wide as you want in theory. But I think it sounds a lot better now. If I turn this, okay, so here is with this imager on. And then if I turn it off, you can hear when it's on, the track just feels so much more open and so much more full and so much bigger. So there's kind of two more things I like to do here. The first one is a little tiny bit of glue compression, and this really kind of depends on your track as well. Obviously, you're not always going to need this, but sometimes it can help. So what I like to do here is I'll just play the track and start sort of adjusting this threshold. And I'm also going to go to my session view here because I want to be able to see this thing. So if I hit play here, there you go. You can see it's just activating slightly, mostly on a lot of those transients. We can turn the attack up as well to get rid of that issue. So we still have sharp, hard-hitting transients, but it's also, a little bit compressed. A little bit of compression really doesn't hurt. It can just help to, like this says, glue your track together. You just don't want to do too much because obviously that sounds very unpleasant. So the last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab a limiter and put it on here. And if we look, this is why I like to be in session view while I'm doing this. We can look at the master here. And you can see just short of hitting 0 dB. So for a quick master like this, you can actually just turn that up with the gain on the limiter. And you can see now it's pretty much hitting 0. So this track will now be loud enough, to kind of contend with other tracks. This isn't the most perfect master ever, but it'll definitely get you there. And, if you have really great music, this will be more than fine. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Make sure to let me know what you think of this video in the comments. And make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. Check out my social media in the description. And I will see you again tomorrow with another tutorial.